Hi everybody. It's Sunday night in Warsaw, Poland. This afternoon we were in a Ukrainian church where I was able to share from God's Word. I want you to hear from their pastor how this church was very small and began a few years ago and had Ukrainians attending it. But when this war broke out, it has become a real crucial place for people to come and find answers to the big questions, and where they can hear about Christ and the hope that comes from Him. So listen to this as we had this interview with him this afternoon. Hi everybody, I'm here in Warsaw today. We've just finished a church service with Pastor Sławek. This is a very significant church in Warsaw. It's a Ukrainian church. Pastor Sławek, thank you for meeting today.
You.
Yeah. We're a little bit tired. The service was about 2.5 hours long, and that's a little longer than in Canada, but
Ukrainian
hey,
style.
That's Ukrainian style. Now, you told me the other day you came to Warsaw, to Poland, a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago,
Yep.
and together with a friend you started home groups,
Yep.
and that's how your church began.
That's right.
Now, when you came, we had no idea the war was coming,
Yep.
but since the war began, what's happened in your church?
5 years ago we came here because we already know that parts of East Ukrainian already moved to Poland because of war on Donbass.
Yeah, in Donbass,
started
yeah.
in 2014, and we start a home group. We don't know what will go in. We start first of all to young people, to young families.
Yeah.
Start with 5, 6, 7 people.
Right.
But right now we're understanding why God sent us here and for what God is preparing. All this time we're serving to immigrants.
Right.
It was an economic.
They were economic immigrants.
refugees.
Yeah, refugees.
Yeah. It's people who start a new life. Many refugees also from Belarus, because in Belarus, horrible political situation. Many of them run through forest, and this is our mission. This is why we're here. We're a church of immigrants. For us, the main thing is community, is a home group.
Okay.
Thank God we have a place where we can organize
Okay,
our
now,
Sunday services.
I want to just interrupt you.
Yep.
I think you told me yesterday
Yeah.
the first 2 years were difficult.
Of course.
You probably, did you sometimes feel like giving up and stopping?
Yep.
Yeah,
Of course.
it's difficult.
2-3 years, it was really tough.
Okay, now I want to fast forward it to today or the past few months. It's like God knew what was coming, and He's prepared you and this church to receive people. How many people did we have in here today?
Today on our Sunday services, I don't know, maybe 150, not
Yeah.
so much. But situation right now, the people always
They're
change
coming
it.
and going.
They come and go. Part of they come back to Ukraine. Part of them moving forward to Canada, to US, to other countries in Europe because they can't plan their life.
Yeah.
I think half of our community is fresh refugees who have no place to work, to live.
Yeah, today when I was speaking, I asked the congregation by a show of hands how many have come since the war, and it was almost half the congregation. Now, can you tell us what are some of the ministries, the things that church is doing throughout the week? We've got worship on Sunday, but what about the rest of the week?
We have 9 home groups. 3 of them are located not in Warsaw, around Warsaw, in small villages, small towns. For us, the main thing how we can help, how we can serve them, is to receive them as welcome them in community, because they are lonely, in stress, and we help them to start a new life.
Okay. Yesterday I
build the place of trust.
Okay. Yesterday, we met in your new office. That it's actually through the giving that's coming from you folks in Canada.
Thank you.
We're helping these folks they don't have nowhere to meet. This is just rented on Sunday afternoon, but now you have a beautiful office where you can meet. What takes place? What do you do in that office?
In that office, we have opportunity to make many meetings for young women, for children, for teenagers, prayer meetings, individual consultation. We're planning
Counseling.
counseling. Yep. Make special exercises for children with disabilities. We have many refugees who have good experience how to serve, because they serve in Ukraine, and it's part of our mission to help them, to support them, to
help others.
help others here.
Okay.
And we're so glad and thankful for this opportunity, because we're immigrants, and because of you right now we have a place.
A place to meet during the week. And this is a big place, as you'll see in some of the pictures we're putting up with this video. One more thing, yesterday we went out to a hospital, and one wing of the hospital, it's actually a separate building. There's now Ukrainian women and children there. How many in that building out there where we were?
This is a place where people always
Come in and
go. 100, 150 people, only women and children.
Yeah.
And every week we visit them, make for them some events for children and some services with worship for these women, because they have a not so good time in their lives.
No, they're really gone through great difficulty. The meeting that we were in yesterday, there was like 40 women in this room and in the hallway, and upstairs the children's program, and that's just one place where you're doing that.
One of the places how we trying to serve.
Okay.
We invite them in our community.
Okay, last question. How can the people in Canada pray for you in your church?
I ask, pray for Ukraine, pray that for this war will stop,
Yeah.
pray for refugees, and pray for refugees. We believe that they can become a missionary. I believe the young people and people who are desperate now, when they receive Jesus, they can become a missionary.
Yeah.
This is what hope we have inside of us.
Okay, this guy and his wife Sonia, they are church planters, and they're on the front lines, and we just need to continue to pray and support him and what they're doing in this church. So we just want to thank you for all that you're doing back in Canada to support this.
Thank you.